Most image AI models completely fail when they are dealing with bad lighting, curved text, or tiny formulas. But a new model called PaddleOCR-VL 1.6 has just released, which is just 1 billion parameter big and achieves state-of-the-art accuracy in document parsing tasks compared to all the other front models like Gemini, DeepSeek, Q1, or ChatGPT. Hello everyone and welcome back to Build with AI series, where I cover tutorials to host powerful AI tools right on your own local machine completely free of cost. And in this video, using the new PaddleOCR model, I'm going to be building this Mac tutor, which is a production-grade document parser running completely offline. It can run flawlessly on budget computers while offering the best document parsing accuracy. So let's first cover what this new model is all about. We are looking at the state-of-the-art vision model, which is PaddleOCR-VL, which is designed specifically for complex document parsing. It can extract structured data from your images locally without relying on any cloud APIs. The absolute best part is that this model operates under just 1 billion parameters. This highly compact size, keeping the 16-bit quantization as well, means it can directly fit in your consumer hardware and run efficiently without using of any expensive graphic cards. This model is an upgraded compact document parser, which is built upon the previous version of the same model, which is 1.5, and it is engineered to process dense document sheets, messy handwriting, or technical documentation, keeping really fast speeds. And because the layout and the underlying design is identical to the previous version, so if you are using the earlier version in your existing pipelines, you can directly migrate it with a plug-and-play setup. The most surprising aspect is that it achieves 96% on the document parsing benchmark, which is OmniDocBench, which is currently the best among all the other frontier AI models, which are like 10x or 100x bigger than this current 1 billion parameter model. If you look at the direct comparison, the Gemini model achieved 93%, DeepSeek achieved 90%, while the latest Q1 Vision model also achieved 89.8%. And if we go further back, the GPT model is scoring just 86%. So it is easily outscoring these massive proprietary models that are hundreds of times larger in the hardware scale and also much expensive to use as well. It achieves this performance by deploying separate pipelines for the text, formulas, and table recognitions, and the overall pipeline of this model acts like an all-in-one unified solution. So whenever you will do a single processing pass, the model will manage every layout element simultaneously. It is also intensely fine-tuned to handle ancient documents, complex scripts, or rare character recognition. This makes it incredibly efficient when you are giving it some uncommon fonts, decorative typography, or some older books. If you look at the internal architecture of this model, the entry layer uses a specialized layout parser which maps out the entire visual layout of the input image and extract all kind of text, tables, formulas, charts, or seal from the input. It instantly identifies all the coordinates and the complex layouts, like this table is having some slanted edges as well, so it will identify all those coordinates and also the correct leading sequences of all these elements. And once the layout is broken down, it will pass on that to a vision encoder, which will act like a decoder brain and transform the raw text boundaries into a structured markdown or clean code. And parallel to document processing, the second task will also run, which is an active text spotting engine, which will extract the stray words that are scattered around the graphical objects in the input images. Then once we have the data pool ready for our entire document data, it will check all the boundaries, the coverage, and do supervision analysis on those documents and prepare the final high quality curated data. Then once we have the labeled refined data, we move to the post-training stage where we do the distribution expansion, where we inject more knowledge into the model training data, do the fine-tuning and the reinforcement learning stages to do refinements on some hard cases that are required from the model, and also improve the performance and the style that is given as the model output. And with this kind of overall architecture, this new model achieves higher performance and better robustness while keeping the same efficient architecture as the earlier versions. This massive leap in precision and accuracy is driven by its region-aware data optimization, where instead of looking at the clean text, it isolates the exact spots where the previous model struggled and continuously correct them. And to fix the weak edges of the image, it utilizes this data engine, where it purposefully distorts the input images while keeping the underlying text meanings intact. This will teach the model how to detect the text characters, even if the text is twisted or wrapped. And using the pairwise variance, it identifies where exactly the text is blurring. Then to handle the unique formatting of different documents, it incorporates coverage sparse region mining, which actively searches for the rare data layouts that are found in the standard open datasets. And then to guarantee the perfect training labels, the workflow runs the text extraction across different top-tier expert models and cross-check their outputs to automatically eliminate the incorrect labels and clean the training dataset. And finally, any conflicted data points are sent to the refiner model, which will add logical guidance and structural fixes to resolve the logical ambiguities. And now using this model, I'm going to be building my Mac tutor project. For my coding environment, I'm going to be using Google Antigravity. If you don't have it installed, just go to antigravity.google/download, scroll down below and download the installer according to your platform. And once all the maths and the text is extracted from input image, we are going to need some model to actually solve those math problems. So for that, I'm going to be using Ollama, which can download and run local models on your computer completely free of cost. To download the software, just go to ollama.com/download and download the installer according to your platform. Now once you have both of these installed, you can just open Google Antigravity, go to the file menu and open open any folder on your system as your current working directory. Now all the code files and the readme file will be given in the, I'll be putting all these code files in the GitHub link in the description and pinned comment, so you can directly copy them and paste them in your current working directory. For the technical stack of this project, for the vision model, I'm going to be using the PaddleOCR model, which will be downloaded from the Hugging Face libraries. Then for the reasoning engine on the extracted test, we are going to using some Ollama models. You can either opt from Llama 3.2, which is 1 billion parameter big, or Q1 2.5 math model, which is just 1.5 billion parameters big. Now to process the images, we are going to need this pillow library from Python and request library to send any request to the local Llama server. The core programming language for this project would be Python 3.1. Now to install all these required libraries, I've just kept this requirements.txt file where all the required libraries are listed. To install all these libraries, we just need this command and paste it in the anti-gravity terminal. Now all the libraries are correctly installed in my system. I just need to now pull the Ollama models. So you can either run the Ollama run Llama 3.2 query or Ollama run Q1 2.5 query. So I'll just copy this, again go to the terminal and paste it here. So the Llama 3.2 model is used for quick lightweight execution, which I'll be using for this quick demo, but you can also switch to the Q1 2.5 model if you want specialized math. Now once this model is installing, I'll just go over the code file. So first I'm importing all the required libraries. Then in the main function, first we'll check the image path that is given from the user, which would be the local path for the math image. Next, user can specify their task. Let's say if they want formula recognition or if they want to do some OCR on some given text. So while calling the file, they just need to put this /dash task command and can enter any one of these tasks. Then for the Ollama model also, you can just directly pass on the argument whether you want the Llama model or the Q1 2.5 model. The Ollama URL is also this local URL, which is the standard for routing all of your requests to the local Ollama models. But if you have some paid API keys to, let's say, ChatGPT, Gemini or Claude, you can pass on their URLs here also. Then once all the arguments are passed, we'll use the parser library from Python and parse all those arguments into this args variable. And step 1 would be to find the input file given by the user. So we'll go to the image path that is given, and if the file is not found in the given path, we'll just say that there is an error that the image file is not found, and we'll exit from the program from this system.exit command. Then we'll check whether the Ollama service is running or not. So using the request library, we'll send a request to the Ollama URL. It will be enclosed in a try and except block, so if there is no error, it will just run smoothly. Otherwise, it will fail with this message that we have failed to connect to the Ollama server. Is it running or not? If you get this kind of error, you just need to go to the terminal and type Ollama serve, or you can directly open the Ollama application that you have installed. So in case we get this error, again we will exit from the program system. Next, we'll load our PaddleOCR model from the Hugging Face library. If you have a graphic card available, it will choose the device as CUDA. Otherwise, it will do all the processing on your direct CPU. Now, if the graphic card is available, it can do the 16-bit quantization. Otherwise, in CPU, you need to pass the parameters in 32-bit quantization. Then we'll print what is the device type that we are running on. And from the auto processor module from the transformers library, I'm going to be loading this PaddleOCR model in the D type that we have defined, and the device type is also mapped accordingly whether we have graphic card available or not in our system. If you are processing on CPU, you need to transfer all those model weights to your CPU. Otherwise, you'll directly switch the model mode to the evaluation mode. So in this mode, you can get any response from the model for your given query. In case you get any error, you will just say that we have failed to load the model. And using the model, we are going to extract the text from our given image. So first, I'm going to open the image using the image library and convert it into an RGB, which is red, green, blue default channel, so the model can understand that image. Now the input messages that we'll be giving to the model would be an image type, where we'll pass on that image variable that we have made above. And using the apply chat template, you can give any kind of user query into the model. So I'll pass on the messages here and I'll get the input that I can directly give to the model.generate here. This torch.noGrade means we do not want any gradient processing because we are not doing any training or fine tuning of the model. We just want our inputs passed through the entire neural network and get the responses. Now we'll decode all the inputs that we have given using the processor and get the extracted text from the model. In case of any error, we'll just say that the execution has failed with this error. And if the model is not giving any extracted text, so if it is just giving some empty response, we'll just say that no text could be extracted from the given image. Then I will print what is the raw extraction from the model, and I will pass on that raw extraction to the Ollama model, whichever you have selected. So by default, it will go to the Llama 3.2 model with the prompt, which is our extracted text, and the main system instructions are that you are a math tutor, solve the following extracted problems step by step, keep it brief, do not use anything tags. This is just disabled so I can get some faster responses, but if you want better accuracy, you can enable these thinking tags as well. Then I'm saying just output the final solution. Then using the request library, I'm going to post that request to the Ollama URL. Then once I get the response, I'll convert it to a JSON format, which is a standard dictionary format in Python, and pass on that response to the solution variable. Then I'm going to be printing that this is the Llama tutor solution, and also finally saving it as a markdown file so you can later on read it directly, or you can pass on to some other system if you want. So we'll save on that markdown file as an underscore output file. We'll open it in a write mode. First I'll write just this is a math tutor PaddleOCR output. This was the given image path, this was the task, and this was the extracted text and the final solution. All of these are separated by some new line characters, so we get a properly formatted markdown report. And finally, I'm just going to print that we have saved that output to the output MD path, and in case of any Llama error, we'll just say that their Llama returns with this status code. Now once the file is called, I'll just call this main function that we have defined here. Now whole code is ready, we just need to run it. We're just going to the terminal, and you can pass on some sample queries, and I'm going to be using this sample math.png file which has some mathematical equation. Now to call my Python file using this input image, I just need this query that I'm calling python app.py with this sample math.png image. My main task is formula recognition, and the Llama model is Llama 3.21b. So the PaddleOCR model will do the formula recognition on my given image, and the Llama 3.2 model will solve the given equation. So I'll just copy this command and paste it in the terminal. First this is checking the Llama service which is running, so it has not thrown any error. Now it is loading the state-of-the-art PaddleOCR model. So I got some error while installing from the transformers library, which I just realized that we cannot use the transformers library. We have to use the PaddleOCR library and then use it for all the extraction. So I replaced the transformers code with this PaddleOCR code, and don't worry, in the final GitHub file I will be routing this correct code only. So now the model has ran successfully and the sample math output.md file is given here. First it is printed source images, the task prompt, and the Llama model that we have given in the Python code as well. Then is the raw PaddleOCR extraction with the given equation in my image. So I can see it has correctly extracted the given equation. Then it has passed on that to the Llama model, and it has done the full analysis of the function. It has checked the continuity at the different critical points and the differentiability as well. So on this sample math test, the PaddleOCR model is working perfectly, and you can also test it by giving some complex math equation as well. And you can also play around with the final model that will be analyzing the full math equation. Now where can you use this kind of project and the tool? The first is like what I have done, which is homework assistant, where you can instantly digitize your handwritten or printed documents. The whole pipeline will give you a step-by-step explanations of everything. Then let's say during a lecture you have taken some photographs at an angle of some low quality whiteboards, you can pass on them to the PaddleOCR model as it is specially trained on those distorted kind of images. Then you can convert complex mathematical graphics into the standard formats like LaTeX to convert them into a digital document. Then you can scan your textbook equations directly into some personal notes or post them in your wiki pages as well. For educators, this pipeline can quickly verify all the student calculations. Let's say if you have some bunch of answer sheets to evaluate, you can directly pass on them to this model pipeline, and it will run completely offline free of cost. Now on top of this project, we can add some more features, like we can add a user interface which has some interactive drawing pads which can directly take some equation inputs. We can add some API hooks that can cross-reference your textbook databases and directly check for the verified solutions. And we can also add some multimodal vision Q&A, where instead of just images, it can also take videos as input, and the PaddleOCR combined with an Llama reasoning engine can answer the queries about diagrams or graphs directly. And let's say if you have some handwritten mathematical style documents, you can fine-tune the final 1 billion parameter model and build your own custom document answering pipeline. Then you can export the final tutoring steps directly to some PDF, LaTeX documents or markdown files and directly share it with your students. So this was it for this project. You saw how PaddleOCR-VL 1.6 can deliver you true enterprise-grade document extraction and parsing right on your own local hardware without using any internet or API costs. All codes and this comprehensive README with the step-by-step instruction on how to set up the project will be available in the GitHub link in description and pinned comments, so you can get them right now and get started with the project easily. Let me know in comments if you have some suggestions for me to build more local AI projects, and follow the channel for more such AI builds, updates and workflows.